kind of takes the stones around and makes like a circle with them and takes some branches. It's like picking wood. We're literally making a barbecue of dragon tail.
Are you gonna try to do a barbecue here? You're not gonna go with the
Yeah.
ship that's about to leave?
I would go on the ship, and once I'm doing that, he tells the troll. He kind of
Wait,
like
is
asks
it
the
living
crew
stone?
here, "Who's hungry?" He
Is the
says, "Well,
ship
walking on the ship."
Does everyone go on the ship?
Bjorn's helping
yeah.
the
Yeah.
And
crew.
I'm taking the meat, the bone and the scales with me.
Yeah, yeah.
And I get on the ship and look at the other people and I'm like, well, we guess we'll have meat today.
Okay. So everyone gets on the ship?
Yeah, Bjorn's gonna help the crew get the dragon all loaded up.
Yeah, it doesn't take much, especially with your help. Literally, by the time everyone gets on the ship, the thing is loaded up, and then they ask, "Hey, do you want to ride the dragon again? Or you want to get on the ship like the rest of us losers, you know?"
Bjorn looks at him and goes, "Wait, I can ride the dragon again?"
Yeah, it's just gonna be hanging under the ship anyways. Like when we lift up, so you could just like hang on there. And once you get bored, you just climb up.
Hell yeah! And he climbs on the back of the dragon.
Yeah. So you're on a headless dragon, ready to ride it. Does everybody else get on the ship, or does anyone else want to get on the dragon?
Arthur says, "Well, walking on the ship, I prefer to be near our and negotiate a pay for our newly employees, our new associates."
Yeah, all of them give each other like an eye, like, "Oh yes, we did well, guys. Yes, we're in." But Ronnie, do you get on the ship?
But yeah, Ronnie gets up on the ship, but once he gets up on the main deck, he's gonna actually like start climbing up like the rope sides. Like, I'm assuming that since this is kind of modeled after like a boat, that there's kind of like those long, almost like net-like rope kind of things that lead up the masts and things. And I would imagine it goes up towards like a crow's nest. Ronnie just immediately starts climbing off up into there, swinging up onto ropes and stuff, and he would immediately go as high up to the crow's nest as he possibly could.
There is no crow's nest on this thing. It is not a regular ship. It is
I
a
mean,
flying
could
ship.
go, dude.
It does have a bit of a leveled front and back. The bow and the stern themselves are pretty raised comparably, so that you could spot things from either side as you see the captain themselves sort of hanging in the front, looking pointedly at each of you as you sort of get on the ship, but they say nothing at all. Um, Lunara, do you get on the ship?
Yep.
Okay. As everyone gets on the ship, some of us on a dragon, it starts raising, and yeah, I'll say, let me get closer so I could get a better look at things. I'll say, if I could have everybody do perception checks. So, Lunara, put yourself on the ship where you would, please. As there's much rope and stuff for you guys to spot, or for you guys to climb up, and you could go through pretty much any regard. And as Jeff, you specifically had disadvantage, and Lunara, you specifically had advantage. You all sort of some of you hear it, others see it. Lunara, you're probably quick to point it out, if anything, as Jeff, you're getting the air of something. Sorry, Bjorn, you're getting the air of something wrong going up on the cabin as everything's lifting and people seem to be more relaxed. Everyone's gathering, and there was a bit of a commotion with the griffin up in the top here, as the one who was injured is the only one that was left. The other one seemed to have been told to do something or what have you. And you're probably, as you approach up to the back there, Lunara, you're seeing this griffin sort of with this jerking of its movement. It sort of lifts its head, but as its mouth is fully open, there seems to be just a massive eyeball in place of where there would be a jaw or its esophagus, I guess. And it's looking around to everything, and there's sort of this like sonic field around it that is slowly growing as the wings are sort of cracking in place and sort of growing slightly as its tendrils are sort of sprouting out, very akin to the mind flayer, the illithid creature that had scratched or almost killed this thing. And let us roll initiative. For real this time.
Oh man.
Well, I
I
guess
like always look like.
We did it, guys.
I'm-
The other shoe has dropped.
and we can finally see how competent our crew is in combat.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, I
hope
think we.
are not paying.
I'll do the pay. I'll fit the bill for now.
You don't
Plus,
even know what the
illegal
bill
trolls-
is yet. You don't say that till you know what the bill is. Just saying.
I am not a very smart businessman, my friend.
Okay. Initiatives. Let's have this guy. Okay, so that guy is taking a good initiative. Does not beat top initiative though. Bjorn. Hey, Bjorn might get in the fight. Then
Yes.
thing. Then we have Lunara. Then Arthur. Ronnie's last. You're there. Everyone's bonus collectively are averaged out. They would beat Ange. So let me put them there. Crew. Then Ange. Then Ronnie. It's a big initiative now. Let's go. Bjorn, you hear noises. What do you do? You're on this
Bjorn's
dragon.
climbing.
I have baited someone on the dragon. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Bjorn is climbing the fucking ropes.
Yeah, it's a half speed to climb up. What's your speed?
40 foot.
40?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you go halfway up the rope. You can take an action to double that speed if you want to be at the lip of the boat there, the flying ship.
Can I use my bonus action to dash up?
You can use your
Or
action to
action.
dash. Yeah, you can do that to get up there almost all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
the
that's your
bonus-
action. You're there. You're barely seeing the action. You're not seeing what's going on. It's just people reacting. Anything else? You still have a bonus action.
He's in a bonus action. I would like to rage.
Rage. Yeah. All right, you're raging. Is that your turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is the bad guy's turn. Lunara, you would have had time to do what you would have wanted, as in not be next to this thing. Do you prefer to be anywhere else, as in not next to this thing?
Just move over here. I don't know.
Yeah, this would have been before initiative proper, so you could move to where you would want to not be around it, because this thing sort of was awakening as you were approaching. Yeah. Take cover behind Glip Glop that was finishing up with the rope. Yeah, of course. But it is your
Wait.
turn.
Can you pin the creatures that's attacking us?
What?
Can you pin down like the creature that's attacking us
Oh yeah,
right now?
that's him.
Oh, okay.
He's the bad guy. Hey, it's not your turn yet. Go back where you were.
Okay.
It's not where you were. I don't know where you were. So yeah, Lunara, what are you doing for your turn?
Yeah, I guess.
Hello? You're breaking up a bit. I didn't
Yeah.
hear you.
I'm thinking.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm super limited right now.
Cantrip it.
Yes. What I'm looking at to see which one I'd even. Or I'll just Eldritch Blast it, I guess.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
I can't hear you because everyone's talking. So I don't know what you just said.
How many Eldritch Blasts do you get? 2 of them.
2 or 3.
Please.
I think 2.
Yeah, I just get 2.
Okay. I gotta boost you guys up. What is it? Level 11. Okay. You guys level 10. No, you guys are level
I've
9.
got 2 more levels. Yeah.
No.
So yeah, attack this thing. Easy to hit from the angle you're in. You are far away enough from the stairs that you can see it clearly. It is utilizing cover. If you were closer to the stairs, you'd have cover from it, and vice versa.
Okay. So I have the doll thingy.
Well, so you're gonna burn it with that thing.
So I get
Just-
to add a 1d10 to my attack.
Yes, it'd be an extra D10 on your hits.
I think it just says to the attacks. I don't know if it's to the damage or if it's to the attack roll.
No, it's to the damage. So it's, instead of 1d10, it's 2d10s on your blasts. I just know that you have to use it as spellcasting component. So I don't know if you have any bonuses from your wands and stuff.
I already added my bonuses in. So
But that's what I'm saying. Some of those bonuses are required to be used as their catalyst. So you can either do +1s with it, or do the extra D10.
and I'll just, I guess, do the +1.
So you want to hit more, because what's your spell attack modifier? What are you using? Charisma, right? 4.
The +10.
Yeah. And that +2 is from items, right? That you get. One of those items, I think the staff requires you to hold it.
Okay, then I'm not using the doll. I'll use the staff. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, using that, it'd be the 8 force. This thing would barely be aware, so that other one would hit, but unfortunately, just 1 force damage on that as well. But that's an action, right?
That's all I can do because I don't have any bonus actions, so that's
Okay.
it.
All right, let me put that damage on there. Da-da-da. Enter. Okay. After you, it is Arthur. Arthur, what do you do? Sort of around all your allies, prepping the dragon, dragging the rest of the loose rope around as well, seeing everyone get out to you, about to offer them payment for their job done. Job well done, some would say.
I was just planning to do a first check. But for his action, Arthur shouts to the troll, "Officially, you're guard now. Now, can you please eliminate this thing? Eliminate this thing?"
Okay. So, do you have a power, effect, or feature that has you command people to do stuff on your turn?
No. I just simply tell you to do so.
You could tell them. That's not an action, though.
Oh, okay. I can't
There are
move.
classes that do that.
Right.
So.
I can't move, could I?
Why not? If you want to move through an ally, it's half speed. So it's 10 feet if you want to rush past one of your friends. Or if you want to go around, you could easily go around, but it'd take more. So just take the 10 deduction. Just bump someone. Just tell me who you're bumping, and then I will have them roleplay against that. It's like, remember when Arthur really bumped past you to destroy that griffin? Who you run past?
I ran past Lunara.
So run past Lunara, who's running back, trying to get away from this thing. Yes, excellent.
And for my action of my turn, I use Booming Blade.
Booming Blade. Okay. So
Yeah.
you got 20 this thing. It hits it.
And then Giant Scissors.
You use Booming Blade with Giant Scissors, I'm assuming.
Yes. Absolutely.
That's not the damage for the Giant Scissors blade.
Oh,
So I will
I
need
guess
another
that's
D6 for that. There you go. Actually, just actually that's right. I'll do the math from here. So that's your bonus action and your movement and your action. Is there anything else that you wish to do? Sorry to have me do a shit ton of math for no reason.
Not really.
Okay.
Pass. I mean, can I throw an insult before I have my turn?
Of course. What is the insult that you tell this thing that seems to be a tentacle face with the eyeball coming out from the beak that once was a griffin and those wings that seem to be skeletal, sort of squid-like, like a membrane?
He says, "What's wrong? Can't fight on your own skin? In your own skin?"
It's a good burn. I will now add 1d6 fire damage. Anything else on your turn?
No. Oh.
Okay. The
Bye-bye.
crew. Glip Glop rushes up. He comes here in case anybody wants to be smart enough and get a flanking advantage. Oh, he could get a flanking because he is smart himself. He says all this in his own voice. Glip Glop goes up, and he is smart enough to be here for an advantage on this enemy. And exactly, but like he said it. With a gruffer voice and stuff. And he's gonna wail on this thing. This thing is gonna stand here. And he's gonna try to shoot at it with its little energy guns that it has. It just has like these little, they look like toy guns, to be honest with you. And he pulls out 3 of his little hands. 3 of his hands, 2 of the little ones are carrying one of the guns. and he shoots this thing 3 times. Okay, that's his turn. This one sort of. We're gonna look. And then this individual. Yeah, they're holding actions. A lot of them are going to hold actions because they actually don't want to get in front of that thing, and they're like, a lot of them are concerned and using range weaponry, but others are definitely not approaching this thing that looks like it'll destroy them in a minute. Whoops. As the attacks are made. Thank you, Glip-Glop. You are useless to me. Glip-Glop misses. And that is another miss. That'll actually hit for 5 damage. How nice. Okay, so just one of the laser beams fly out, but Glip-Glop just does not hit this thing at all. So cool. And just your turn. This thing is bloodied.
Okay, so bonus action, Shield of Fate, get closer to him and bomb him twice with my great sword.
Wait. Repeat all that.
And let
For
me
some
roll
reason,
for
I turned.
and bomb him twice. Okay, so get closer to him, cast as a bonus action. How is that name? Shield of Fate, and bomb him twice with my great sword.
All right. How many spell slots do you have left after that?
2 first level spell slots is 1 second level spell slot, and 1 third level spell slot.
Okay. So you attack this thing. Hit it for that much damage.
Yeah.
Why so much damage?
Yeah. And because I've rolled 2 6s.
Yeah, but why is it +4 and then +4 again?
It's 6 plus 8.
Is a
The
+4
sword is
gray sword?
No, it's a +1 great sword, but
So
my
the-
strength is +4 and my proficiency bonus is
You don't
4.
have proficiency to the damage.
Oh.
You add the
Okay.
magic bonus though, so it'd be +5.
So it's a +5.
Yes.
I don't know. I just had.
So yeah, just remove that extra modifier. Keep the strength modifier and just put 1 on the magic bonus. And then re-roll it for me
Okay.
because I'm seeing too many numbers now and I can't keep track.
The second
That looks
attack.
good. Thank you very much. 18 is still pretty massive as you slay this thing. How do you want to kill it?
Well, kind of cut it in twice with the sword, and I'm like, I don't wanna be put down twice by your kind.
So you slice it in 2. You see in both the body parts just sort of slump in to the ground. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Ronny, what do you do?
Well, looking at all this, I think there was only the one enemy at the moment, right?
That you saw?
It was just the griffin.
Yeah. You saw it get cut in half.
I think that Ronnie sees like how everybody handles it. He kind of like nods, looks at the lady next to him, and goes, "I think they got this handled, don't you?"
She'll answer when it's the crew's turn.
Ronnie will kind of like unsheath his rapier just in case, but I think he's gonna like hold his movement in action in case like anything else starts trying to attack us. But right now he doesn't see a target, so
You said
he'll
the
just
magic
kind of wait it
words.
out.
Make a perception or Arcana check.
Hey, I'll go ahead and do a perception.
I'm off table.
24.
Yes. Arthur.
Shit, I forgot.
Come back to me. 24. As you're seeing Edda sort of react immediately, you having approached them to say a couple words or something, and all this had distracted that moment. They sort of look, and their weapon, while still having been drawn this entire time, this massive bone long sword, they sort of give a bit of like a wide look and are about to start sprinting over, looking at you as what you're speaking. And they're about to speak, but they're like about to jump into action around late. Yeah, do with that what you will. Would you like to hold an action for something? Or do something else?
If anything, so she sees everything happening,
like
and
she's
bolting
now
into
reacting,
action.
having watched them slay the thing, and then when they killed it, she's like reacting now. It's odd.
Like it's a completely delayed reaction.
Doesn't look delayed.
I think Ronnie's gonna follow her. I'm not sure what she's doing or what she's about. I'm not gonna act on anything yet, but I definitely want to keep a close eye on this person.
So yeah, you could tell that she's like gonna rush up to get as close as possible to the griffin immediately. Like she's sprinting over. You could beat her to there.
Yeah, Ronnie will kind of like. Ronnie's gonna cut her off, actually, and be like, what's the hurry? It seems like they've got it covered.
Yeah. So do you rush over? Do you hold an action to follow them?
Yeah, Ronnie's gonna rush over.
Yeah. Where do you go to?
Well, my speed is about 30, so I think I go like 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. I think about in this area. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and double that. I think I'd probably be somewhere around here. I'm not sure what's going on.
You have 60 feet. That's 35 only.
Okay, so
you get like anywhere here, effectively, with a dash.
I think that
bonus action dash?
Ronnie's gonna go ahead. Yeah. So he'll go ahead and dash.
Yeah. You see a creature having been slain, split in half. The body's still sort of falling. You get up there so fast. What do you do? If anything,
he'll look over at both of them. He's gonna turn around though, and his eyes kind of meet her, but over his shoulders, he's gonna just say, "Good job, you two. Good work in a scrap, I guess."
Well,
but yeah, his eyes are on.
Have to deal with. We kind of have to deal with this pest.
Ronnie just kind of nods, but his eye line is definitely following other lady.
Yeah. Do you want to do something for an action? Do you want to hold an action?
Yeah, Ronnie's just gonna. I think with the dash, I don't get an extra action, right? Because
That's
it's
your bonus
like
action.
run, and then okay. Yeah, Ronnie's just gonna hold. He's not gonna put his rapier away because he's not sure exactly what's going on with all this commotion, but he's just gonna hold it and just keep an eye out. If somebody acts hostile, then he'll deal with it.
So what is your trigger? Acting hostile, and what is your action that you're doing?
His action would be to attack back.
With a rapier.
Yep, with my rapier.
Okay. Sure. Excellent. Okay, Bjorn, it's your turn. You can get up on the boat immediately.
Yes.
As a
Bjorn
free
is
action.
on the fucking
Blah,
boat.
you're in. You've seen a creature be slain in half. And there's Edda rushing past through most of these people trying to get to the thing as if they're concerned. They seem to be about to be up. But what do you do?
Bjorn's gonna watching Edda while still being enraged. Is
Pop up
gonna
rage
kind of
for me?
look. Rage. What would you ask me?
How many rages do you have left?
I have one now.
After this one?
Yeah, after
Or is
this one, I
your
only
last-
have
okay,
one.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
pop
after
up
this one, I
rage.
only have one. Yeah.
Okay. If you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damages, then it drops. So your rage drops because you didn't attack, nor were you attacked.
Yeah, he's just like
Sucks.
coming out of his rage. He's kind of it does. Sucks
That's
a little
dumb. It doesn't let you
Oh,
it doesn't
wait.
give you like a leeway. Like, let me do the other turn right quick.
Can I ask
bit. Nope.
something? Can I ask something?
Go ahead.
Can technically an ally throw a punch to a barbarian
Wait, who are
so
you trying to
it
punch?
maintains it? Simple unarmed
You're
strike.
nowhere near the barbarian.
I know I'm not, but as a theoretical question, could
Yes.
an ally do this?
You could do bludgeoning minimal damage if
I mean,
Yeah.
you're
technically, somebody could punch me to
Yes.
keep him enraged, I
Yes.
guess, because that's kind of a gray
You
area.
just have to hit your AC, that's it.
Yeah.
But it
What's
drops
your
because no one
AC?
has attacked you.
18.
Unless Lunara wants to Eldritch Blast you for a legendary action prior to all this.
Eldritch blast me, Lunara. Come on.
Do it before it's my turn. Okay.
Imagine being hit by your own allies.
So you get up there. What do? You're seeing that maybe the situation has fixed itself.
Bjorn, coming out of his rage, is going to look at Edda, seeing the concern, and rushing toward whatever the fuck just happened, and is going to kind of grab her arm,
Whose arm?
Edda's, as if she rushes past him.
She's
'Cause I'm
all
assuming
the way
she's
back
rushing.
there, about to be running. She's not next to you yet. She'll be approaching
Okay.
you momentarily.
Then Bjorn will probably come this way, around Lunara, and take up this gap here,
Okay.
and is kind of assessing the situation, looks at Lunara and goes, "Aw, I didn't get to kill nothing. Is it at least fun?"
Don't worry, we didn't lose too many.
If by your definition of fun you mean shooting and stabbing, then yes.
I mean, that is what he lives for. He lives for pretty much slicing shit in half.
Okay. He also looks at what's the troll's name again?
What?
What's the troll's name again?
Blurg, something.
Lip glop.
Oh,
Blip
he looks at Glip Glop and is like, my dear friend, when we get back, remind me to offer you a piece of the dragon for you to eat as your form of payment.
So, what's the form of payment you're giving Gliplop, you said?
A piece of the dragon.
Okay. Right. Okay, so Bjorn, that's where you stand? Is that where you end your turn? You should end your turn. Do you want to hold an action or something? Or
Can I hold an action to grab Edda's arm when she runs past him?
Yeah. When Edda approaches, you could grab at her arm when she goes past you. Sure. That's your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
No bonus action?
Nope.
Yep. Now it is the creature's turn. That was not destroyed, but as it died, instead in its place, smaller versions pop up. All with the same visage, this disgusting eyeball thing forming into it. One of them, the center one, sort of looks up to the sky and says, "Destroy Adisor all you want, he will rise from his own grave." And they sort of fly out and start attacking things. This one flies up into this guy. This guy flies up into... we'll just attack around this area, so he would stay, and then that one would stay around here to also attack more that are around. Yes, that makes sense. And anybody within 5 feet of one of these creatures must make a wisdom saving throw.
You dirty motherfucker.
Also +4 to anyone that's in 10 feet of me.
As these sonic booms are sort of flying past in front of this thing, the eyeball sort of reverberating. It's still stitching itself half living and half slain, as you're seeing these things still have a bit of that sliced and diced feature that Ange and the rest of your allies have laid upon the bigger one. But looks like a lot of you pass.
Before Ronnie does his wisdom save, would it be okay if he does his rapier attack on the one that's closest to him?
Yes, your action will go
his
off.
held action.
Mm-hmm.
That
They
is a
are
20
next
to
an
hit.
ally, so that would be sneak attack as well.
Sweet. So I believe that's an additional D6, if I remember right.
You're level 9. That's more than just a D6.
You can click your sneak attack and it'll roll it for you.
It would be able to roll it for you if you click the sneak on the global modifier part. But that should be like 66. 5d6.
Uh,
5d6 right now.
5d6.
Nice.
Okay, I'll just roll 5d6 for now.
That works. Okay,
22 additional damage.
Yeah, so a ton of damage
Rogues
on top
man.
of that
We're
10.
broken.
Very good. No, they're balanced because you get even one stack of disadvantage. Just forget about it. But let's see. We have all the passes here, so everyone's gonna take half of 9, which is 5. While we round up. And then we get Ronnie's
Wisdom save?
Wisdom save as well. Yes. Try to avoid that 9. Nope, you take 9 psychic damage. Everyone taking psychic damage. Ronnie takes 9. Everyone else takes 5. So that's cool. That's just their passive ability. Now they get to attack. They're gonna try to tendril. The big barbarian. He looks like food. Let's make the attack. That's a 4. And then another attack. With the modifier, I would be able to hit. What's your AC?
18.
18, yeah, so yeah, it would be just enough to hit. As they're a little more than just enough, but as they're trying to slap these squid-like apparatuses on their face, right next to where you see a sliced shoulder trying to recover itself, slowly knitting itself with more of these sort of tendrils flying by with a bit of like, they look like they have eyeballs on them, these tendrils. It's so weird, and they blink often, and as you're being struck, it's corroding any metal across you, but since you don't have armor, you don't have to be concerned, and you take some acid damage. 6 acid damage.
Fuck.
That's
Alright.
you. Ronnie's gonna get attacked as well. That's gonna be a hit. Ronnie, do you have metal armor at all?
No, Ronnie wears leather armor.
Okay, no problem. So you don't have to be concerned with the extra effects. But you take 6 acid damage from this. This guy barely has face tendrils, as it's sort of knitting itself halfway through, and it's sort of attacking you with the bloodied part. So it's kind of nasty. The other one's not attacking Ange. It's attacking Glipglop, and that hits Glipglop. Glipglop takes some acid damage. Glipglop is vulnerable to acid damage, but the die rolled low, and he's wailing. Regardless, Lunara, it's your turn. Lunara, are you there?
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine. It's your turn.
Mm,
These things don't seem to be as sturdy as the bigger one, but as one of your allies just swiped into one, it's barely hanging on, but definitely trying to recover its essence as it stands.
I guess I'll just... I guess try to move back a little bit.
Yes, it cannot make an attack of opportunity. It is a minion.
Cool. Gonna Eldritch Blast it. About all I can do at this point.
Blast it. What are you gonna blast it with? The pluses or the extra damages?
Pluses.
Pluses, guaranteed to hits. Both will hit. These things are easier to hit than the bigger one. And which one were you hitting? May I ask? Down? Yeah. So you hit that one dead on. It is damaged. Still ticking though. Why can't I math? There you go. I figured it out, guys.
He did it.
All right. Anything else, Lunara? Is that it?
That's all I can do.
Okay, Arthur. Why did I spell your name with almost like a F on the T? Arthur. It's your turn. Sorry, Arthur, is your turn.
Well, Arthur's gonna move a little bit closer.
You're already as close as possible, but sure.
Uses Wind Blade on this one.
Okay, so just use the weapon you're using. You don't need to press the booming blade. You just make the attack because it already has it on there.
Okay.
So make another giant scissors attack for your bonus action.
Just did.
Yeah, because your global modifier already has booming blade.
Okay. Try again then.
Yeah, another giant scissors. Boom and boom. They're both gonna hit. I take that 4 and a 7, and then on this one I only take the 16, but that is amazing. So yes. Shit. This thing is barely hanging on. It is definitely immortal. Okay. Anything else on your turn? You have movement still.
No, not really.
I can't bait you to walk away? No? Okay. It is the rest of the crew's turn. The crew's gonna lay down damage onto them. They're gonna do 8 points of damage collectively to these suckers, split apart. So they will get a kill. The crew gets a kill. They kill your guy. They do this much damage on that guy, and then that much damage on that guy. That guy is barely hanging on. He is now mortal as well. This other one is still looking a little like he's hanging on. But that's the crew. Is Anne's turn.
Knock with my great sword once.
Yeah. That's your first attack. 16. Kills it. Is that?
Okay, now move to the next one.
Sure.
Smack again.
Sort of jump past that banister. And yeah, the 11 is not enough to hit, but 16 giving you the advantage is enough if it wasn't for his 2 dead allies, which you can tell sort of psychically guard him. And that is just not enough to hit. It's almost like his AC was boosted per griffin that's dead around him.
End of turn.
Okay. AC was 115, 2 are dead, 17 is now AC. Sorry guys, Ronny, it's your go. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, Ronnie's
17 AC.
Ronnie's gonna kind of come in and angulate out of a formation around this thing, try and surround it. And the moment he sees like a gap, he's just gonna try and stab this thing with his rapier.
Yeah, go for it.
28.
That misses. That's not 17. That's how AC works, right?
Wait, what?
Okay. You do have an ally 5 feet of it. Roll your sneak attack damage.
Sweet.
I don't think you can survive it unless you roll horrible. Roll bad, roll bad, roll bad, roll bad, roll bad. Go, 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 go. Bad rolls. That might be bad enough, actually. Let's see. Let's do the math. No, I can't survive it. It can't. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. No, it's dead. God damn it.
Yeah, Ronnie just kind of like skewers this thing straight through the eyeball with his rapier.
You guys have won D&D. Congratulations.
I mean, well, my friends say that a DM is basically the D&D player, but with disadvantage.
have all the advantage. What are you talking about? I could flip this ship upside down.
Yes.
Do not think that I have a disadvantage. I'm here to have fun
No,
with
no,
you
I mean-
guys, not
No,
against you
it's
guys.
fine.
But
Oh, I know. I corrected him.
But we are being more their hobos.
the situation calms itself. It seems you guys all sort of recover in your own time, and Edda, who should have had a turn, fuck. She should have Misty stepped over past this and killed one of them at least, but that she didn't. Too bad. You know what? I'm gonna say that she walked up and seeing all you guys go to action, she just saw and witnessed, and then there's a nod to each of you, like that half nod is what she gave you. Anyways, you guys are flown back to the Project 23. Unless you guys want to roleplay anything right now about anything at all, like if you had questions about this thing. I don't mean to fast track you, but you guys could pause me or push me forward in points where it is.
He wants to have a conversation with Little Miss Crazy. What was her name? Edna? Is it?
Edda?
Edda?
Yes, Edda.
You want to talk to Edda?
I am very sorry about your griffin.
She doesn't look too concerned.
I mean, it wasn't really a griffin.
Yeah, so you go up to her. Where, like, cause she's staying by the stern of the ship, and I hope stern is the front. I think it is. Definitely is, right, guys? Yeah. Anyways,
Stern is the back, bow.
Okay.
yeah, like I said,
Like,
bow
back.
and the bow of the ship. This is one of those ships where the pointy part is in the back, actually. So I was right the entire time. So at the bow of the ship, where Edda is at,
The pointy
You
part of
approach.
the ship.
Okay, so I get closer to Bjorn and kinda ask him, do we have any ale on this ship?
Bjorn hands her the cask.
An empty cask is handed to you, Ange, to remind you that there's more downstairs, but also Bjorn has been cut off.
Okay, thanks. Range stays it and a pretty large piece of dragon meat and goes downstairs to look for him. Range is preparing for on-ship for dragon barbecue.
No problema. So Ange will deal with that in a second. Bjorn. I said Bjorn. Arthur. You approach Edda. What do you say to Edda? You say, I apologize for the griffin. She looks at you. She's smiling at you, and she says, that is just a creature. There will be many. We can break one and train one whenever in this place. That is not a matter to worry yourself about.
Good, because usually when we get topside, it usually is very important that you don't kill the griffin.
I will not leave this place unless you guys specifically needed me to join you in your venture to slay Fierro. I've been training for that exact job, in fact, which is why Mikkel called me to pick it up. I thought you were a band of
Thieves, marauders, nitwits with big pointy swords.
Yes, anyone that would find it worth their while to hawk it for a price or use it for their own bidding. In Mikkel's hands, it could have been potentially problematic, but I have a lot of sway on the people here, and they knew better to keep it from me. Although, I think I'm okay with letting you guys walk away with it, as they're sort of keeping their eye on your group. Not so much Lunara anymore. They're not staring her down as much. Still have the this bone long sword. This entire thing is made up of bone. You can tell it has no sort of, how would you say, wrappings on the handle at all. It's just completely exposed, this bone blade. Yeah, that's what you do for a bit. Lunara, what do you do here?
I don't really have anything that I want to do, so.
Sure. Okay. She's gonna like look out or go downstairs to get a drink, take a short rest or something. It's up to you.
I guess just keep a lookout.
Keep a lookout. Yeah. You would spot the ship approaching, but again, it is not fast, and it seems to just be curiously wandering about. Haven't seen maybe a couple bright spots, flashes of magic, maybe started approaching and try to wade away as all that commenced, as the fighting begun. But yeah, other than that, most of the skies are clear, and you do notice again those massive ships that must be far away, or even slower ships that aren't moving towards you, but also give the illusion of maybe. Regardless, Ronny, what are you doing as
I think
all this dies down?
Well, first he's gonna take his saber out of the eyeball griffin and just kind of like grimace at how disgusting eyeball slime is, and just kind of like wipe it off on like the back of a pant leg or something. Sheath it, hear the words ale, and probably immediately go below deck to try and find some food and some ale to drink. And if it's safe on board to smoke, he's definitely doing that too.
Yeah, there is no
Safe to smoke
protruding
above.
fog of Ayala in this place. Although when you see the drinks being poured, it is almost that same iridescent color. So you probably do have a bit of like a flinch at that moment, and maybe you want to smoke while your drink is sort of at least a foot away from your face.
If the booze looks weird, Ronnie probably won't drink it. He'll just kind of like, he'll wait for some like roasted dragon meat and just kind of like sit with a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah. They
Maybe
do,
get some of his water.
They do ask you if you're not looking at the drink per se. Do you want looking for the thing right now. I know where it is. I got squid milk. Do you want squid milk?
Not the weirdest thing I've ever had before. Sure, why not?
They gave you squid milk. They pour it
boy.
from what seems to be like it looks like one of those old school water jugs. They sort of just like slowly squeeze it out from there, like this sack, onto a tankard. They're looking at you. It's kind of like an awkward process as they're just like slowly, you're hearing it just slowly fill, and they're just like, So yeah, was it noise up there, huh? Was it bad? Was there an attack? Did Etta kill someone?
Oh no, she didn't even have time to react. We all
Really?
basically took care of her. Yeah, we all took care of it.
The crew? The new crew?
You know, the newbies up there, myself included amongst them.
You're not part of the new crew.
The crew,
right? I don't know.
well, I'm new, you
Okay.
could say. I
Alright.
literally just dropped in.
Well, okay. Well, well met. Here's your squid milk. Do you want whipped cream with that?
No, more of a savory kind of fella.
All right, here you
And
go.
he'll take a long drag, and
Yeah.
then just kind of take a gulp of this stuff. Is it absolutely disgusting?
No, it is very delicious. It is like drinking um it is the sweetest nectar you've ever had in your lips, combined with a sort of a easy sip. It's a easier sip than a gulper, you know. It's very uncomfortable to gulp, but once you're sipping it, it's the best thing ever. Whenever you gulp it, it feels like you're about to sip a sponge down your goddamn throat. So that's why you do that. And you gain dark vision for 1 hour.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, Ronnie's just gonna hang down there with you know, basically what I'm imagining to be like a mess hall. And yeah, he's kicking his feet up, he's relaxing, he's taking a smoke, and that's where he's gonna chill out for a while.
Yeah, there's an area there that's not on this map itself, but where we'll go to in a moment. I would just double back with Bjorn, I think. Bjorn, what are you doing?
Bjorn will walk up to Lunara and go and kind of like nudge her with his elbow and go, "Come on, let's go get us a drink." And he's gonna go below deck. He's gonna look at the bartender and go, "Cask."
They give you one begrudgingly, but having heard that there was a bit of a commotion, they comply.
And he takes the cask, looks at Ronnie, who's sitting with like the main area, and he just goes, "Huh," and walks down the stairs again to their little area.
You won't invite him? All right, nice.
He doesn't know who he is.
Yes. Okay. Does Lunara follow Bjorn, or does she stay looking out regardless? See the trip of her lands, the dragon lands. She doesn't come here often, but this place is beautiful.
She'll probably just stay on lookout for a little bit and then maybe follow.
Yeah. And you watch as we are approaching the Project 23. It takes again about an hour and a half, if that, because they're not pushing the vessel to get there anymore. There seems to be an air of calm now, at least in Etta's eyes, as they're not commanding or shouting, and this is very odd for her state of being. But she sort of would collect you guys over time, and basically just ask you all to go up to the top of the deck to meet with her after a while. Question is, do you guys want to meet with her?
Can Arthur go and talk to the bartender real quick?
Sure, you can talk to the bartender before any of that happens. What do you say to the bartender? Or are you asking them after the fact to like try to gauge the situation?
I ask her after the fact.
Okay.
How is our current associates' morale?
You're talking about the crew.
Yes.
Wraith would say They're doing good from what I can tell. I've given everyone a round of drinks, only just one round, as technically they are still in on the clock. But once we land and make port next to Diona Serene, we should be able to relink. They should be able to relax a little bit, yeah. But everyone's doing good. They're doing well.
Arthur also asked her, "Hey, if we can find a spot for your flying airship, would you like to also go up, or do you first stay down here? I just want to get that out of the way."
Oh, the captain's not gonna want to take their ship out of here. They'll definitely prefer hanging around. They have a bit of wealth. Hard to let things like that go, you know?
I know, I get it.
Yeah.
So, thank you for clearing that out.
Mhm.
And he says, "We're starts walking up."
So Etta does invite each of you to join her in the top. It seems that she wishes to apologize to everyone collectively after she does apologize individually. But there may be more to that. You guys may, if you want, do insight checks, but really it's superfluous. You could sort of tell they do feel bad, really, about how they've been acting, and again, sort of, you've earned her respect. Victor does the insight check.
Yep.
They seem to be more open to conversation and stuff. It's in your eyes, Arthur. Yeah. Does anyone not go to meet with her?
Angie said the woman still in the kitchen dealing with the meat.
Oh yes, Ange. I'm
They
so sorry.
kinda-
I forgot to get back to you. No. So actually, you make it downstairs, and you're walking around with this meat. The lady known as Wraith, she points you to go downstairs, and you'll be pointed. If you go all the way downstairs, you'll find the kitchenette area, and once you get there, you do find that there's like this. You've all heard the noises from down here, and Arthur and Bjorn have been down here, and you've heard the clattering and stuff. But usually, it just sounds like maybe like a wow, like a wind chime of bones or a wind chime of metal, or sometimes both. But now that someone actually does go and check on the kitchenette in this area, you realize that while that's not too bad of a description, you do see a skeletal entity making food for the crew. And they're sort of just like stirring a pot and stuff like that, and they and this is where you're directed to, and they sort of just look your way when you arrive. But they don't say anything. Like, do you do or say anything?
I think my character will first greet them and kind of show what they need.
Yeah, the moment you
Kind
greet
of
them,
point at them.
they hold the pan and give you the spoon.
And I'm looking at them and is there anything, some salt and wine, like to let with big boys sit for a while?
For the meat?
Yeah. Of course not for...
You don't know where this stuff is at, but maybe if you grab the spoon
Well, I'll grab the spoon
Yeah, you grab the
with
spoon.
one hand.
Yes, you grab the spoon, and when you grab the spoon, both the skeletal hands grab your hand grabbing the spoon, and they drag it all the way over to where the pot is at. And then they make you stir it. And then they let go of you while you're still stirring, and then they grab the meat, and then they take it to another table. They grab a butcher's knife, and they just start hammering into it. They sort of uh, take out all the scales expertly, and then they start just cutting it in pieces. They before they actually start cutting, they do one cut after they take out the scales, and then they look to you and they raise their fist, and then they raise two fingers, and then they raise four fingers, and then they go back and forth, two or four.
Yeah. Still staring at the pot. My character, Angel looks at them and is like, "What exactly are you doing? I've seen kitchens before, but this is something new for me. Is it something new age stuff?"
It's just a skeleton individual about to cut up your meat and is asking, do you want two or four? And you don't know. You don't have the context because it's not speaking to you.
Is Ronnie within eyesight of all this happening?
No, this is all downstairs, all the way at the bottom. This
Oh,
is
okay.
way far away from everyone else. So 2 or 4.
I'm looking.
Do you respond? Because you could tell me that you don't respond. You're just so confused. You're like, what the hell is happening?
So looking at them and kinda try first showing two and look with the most confused face that my character could master.
You do 2?
Yeah.
Alright, so it cuts them in 4 pieces. You see them split 2 to the side, then they take 2 and put it in the pot itself while you're still stirring. And you're just like, what the hell? And then you see them sort of just pull out some stuff from the cabinets, a whole bunch of spices and jars and stuff like that, and they're just tossing a whole bunch of stuff in there, almost without prejudice, like maybe a little too much, but then they stop almost immediately when you would have been concerned. They put it back. They go to a different cabinet, a one that you did not know was there. They sort of pull a panel to the side, and you see a jar that has very close to one of the nails you and Bjorn had extracted from this thing. Only this one has a red liquid around it and maybe a reddish nail. You can assume red dragon. They take that, they do 2 little drops, they put it back, and then they slowly close that spot. Once they've done that, you see them start salting the rest of your meat. And yeah, they have it and they prep it and they sort of put it in a nice parchment for you, and they put it to the side. And then as you're continuously stirring, they take this sort of a blowtorch, and then they hand it to you, and then they point to the top of the meat.
And my character is not very confused that Bjorn is like, thanks. Also, side thing, you said that we stop when Angel becomes uncomfortable. That means that food is almost too spiced up for any normal being.
No, it'll be perfect once you light it on fire. Do you light it on fire?
I
You can
mean
choose not
that.
to.
I mean that Angel likes their stuff very spicy. So
I'm
if
sorry?
it's on Angel stuff, like Angel is like stuff to be very spicy. So if that's good for Angel, it's probably too spicy for most normal creatures.
No, don't worry. It'll be mild enough later. We'll just have to let it sit for the people that have to wait, though. That's them. Yeah, do you use the torch? It's like a little
Yeah.
torch. Yeah. So once
Yeah.
you basically flambe it, the whole thing catches on fire, and you see like wisps of fire start floating about, like they're dancing on top of this thing. And you probably stay there for like a little while, and eventually Etta does come down when like the food is ready and stuff like that. And I guess I could tell you about your secret effect So first of all, from the size of the meat that you got, you would be able, if you split it in half, you would be able to get 8 servings from each of those cuts. So that's 16 servings that you're cooking right now, and 16 that you have on the side. But there's a chance of loss. So roll a d12, please. Okay. So yeah, you probably you probably let it sit a little too long, and it catches a little too much fire. But since it was already coated with the fire dragon's spit, and it did have the effects of the lightning dragon, it's actually gonna come out better that way, like a shard meat. So you guys still get the 15 servings of it. And since Angie made it and has that Fey affliction that is secret, you heal 1d4 whenever you eat Angie's food. So anyone who eats this meat heals on top of whatever regular lightning dragon meat gives you. Anyways, Edda does eventually walk up to you, apologizes for being rude earlier, and asks you to join her upstairs. Do you, Ange, join her upstairs?
Well, I think I also take some of the meat with me.
Yeah, you'll take the 2 salted pieces, of course.
Yeah, I take them with me and kind of put them on the table for, if anyone wishes to take a piece.
Roll 2d20 for the scales.
The 20?
2d20s. So you have 14 scales. Yes, you have 14 lightning dragon scales. That's way more than you should have from a piece of tail. Anyways, so do you join Edda upstairs though, real quick? I don't know if you answered that.
Yeah.
Okay. Arthur, do you join Edda upstairs?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, on my way back, I take a glass of wine with milk and heavy cream on top.
Okay. If you take squid milk with it, you gain dark vision for like 10 minutes, and then they go away, and then you feel bad because you want it back.
Mixed with the wine.
With the wine, excellent. Lunara, do you go to speak with Edda and the rest of the group after she apologizes?
Sure.
Okay. Ronny, do you go to this random person you've never met before after she apologizes to join you with the rest of the group?
I think if it seems like the crew is all going up as like some sort of briefing, Ronny would probably go and spectate, but doesn't really have anything to chip into it, so he's more or less just gonna kind of observe and see everything's going on.
She would say to you, out of everybody, it'd be a different conversation compared to like the apology, because she doesn't really know you and she didn't really blow up on you. She would say, you're pretty skilled with that weapon, so you might want to be involved with this, assuming you're here to claim glory, or maybe win the I believe it'd be the prize of the underworld. She would know it as.
I'm always up for extra money, but We'll just see where things go. I have my own agenda while I'm here. But for now, things are working seemingly in my favor. So I'll just go where the winds are taking me.
Yep. Bjorn, you... Yeah, it still can't happen. It still hasn't been enough time. Yeah, Etta just asks you to join the rest of the group.
He does.
Okay. As you all go up, you can see that it's again nobody else is up here other than you guys. Almost like they were told to go away or what have you. And as they have, Etta sort of gathers you guys and says, all of you plan on going to the overworld, freeing the curse of Ayala, freeing her from her own doing. If you're gonna even attempt this, you're all unequipped. Maybe she's fine. Maybe he'll survive a day pointing at Lunara and then pointing at Arthur. But the rest of you do not have what it takes. You aren't equipped for it. They sort of start digging about in their bag. I, before today, did not think that it was possible to free the underworld. I thought if it wasn't me, it was no one else. But if anyone's gonna do it, I guess I could always be of aid to soldiers of my goddess, if you'd allow me.
I mean, it's better to have someone who is part of the prophecy than someone who isn't. Plus, technically, you'll be doing the prophecy.
She pulls out her weapon, this bone weapon that she almost barely ever puts away, and she's looking at you, Arthur, and there's this look, and she says, do you know how I have these items crafted from engineers, wizards and mages that practiced with metallurgy, and over time we've been able to utilize and craft, maybe even exploit the resources of Gadulite here, but as I stand, I could probably take you all down in a couple blows. But I'd rather not show you what that looks like without permission. And they're looking at Arthur. Do you mind, Arthur? I will not let you die, but just to prove a point.
If you can promise not to kill me, then
not.
Yes.
How many hit points does Arthur have right now? You may have had a short rest, so if you're not at max HP, you probably would have used some hit dice. But it's up to you. You could choose not to, knowing that you were probably going to take a rest anyways when you get to the other spot. What's your hit points?
83.
Right now, currently, what's your max?
95.
So would you have taken some hit dice? Yeah? Okay. Do as many as you would have done. And then she's gonna attack you. So that's a nat 20, unfortunately, and you're down on the first hit. Okay. So Etta, you guys just watch as Etta slices upwards in such a quick fashion that yeah, we're cutting the game off in a minute. But
Okay.
as Edda swipes upwards and Arthur's neck is cut in an awful way, he drops to the ground immediately, and Edda looks around and says, does anyone know healing? I can give him a potion, but I'd rather not waste it. Do you know magic? They're looking
I
around.
may know a bit.
Do it. Do something, please.
I may know a bit.
Would be
I'm getting
nice to
close
keep him from
to.
dying. What do you do? Do
I'm
you give
getting
him
close
one hit point?
to.
That stupid liar.
I'm getting close to Arthur. I kinda give him 10 HP.
10 hit points.
Or yeah.
Okay, so you have 10 hit points now. As you were dropped to 0 in one strike, literally, I'm cheesing it a little bit, but literally rolled a nat 20 on your ass. But the problem is, as she's taking this weapon and sticking it to the wood of this ship, she hands Arthur this like little weird metallic device that has a bit of a blue glow to it, and she says, as she's putting it right on your chest plate for you to grab, she says, now with this in your person, I can't do that again. And then she lets it go. She takes what is a bundle of, well, it just looks like a piece of cloth, and she gives it to Bjorn. This will be very helpful for you. They fuck. I don't think she'll give that up though. But you guys gave her that. Okay, so and then she pulls out a rapier that she always keeps on the side, and she says, if you don't have the proper weaponry, if you aren't ready for the final stage, you're as good as dead. And yeah, I'll send you guys those items that I handed out as the lingering hand of this individual passes the rapier to Ronny in this regard, but she does not hand it to you because we'll have to get to next game to see why she hasn't handed it to you yet. But that's cool.
Yeah, this was an awesome session, guys.
I want to make that effect better. I gotta recheck it. I didn't expect you to be a rogue, but this was fun. Thank you so much for playing. I too am tired and do have to go, but it was a great game. Does anyone have any questions for me?
Nope. If anything comes to mind, do you mind if I reach out at some point this weekend?
Anytime. Yeah.
All right, great, guys. First awesome session with you guys, and I had a fun time. So look forward to playing with you guys more.
Thank you.
Same here.
Hey.
I do have one question now.
Yes.
Where did the logic came from? Her trying to kill us to her trying to help us. I'm just trying to figure out where it's logic.
And you could easily ask her next game, because I'm sure she'd be able to answer you now that she seems to be allied and is giving you something that is going to give you damage threshold, which avoids that whole almost die in one attack thing. So that's always good to have some damage threshold. How nice. Bjorn, you cannot stack damage threshold.
No, I can't.
So you have to pick one, unless you have a specific effect. But she doesn't know about that blade, so. So this is the one Bjorn got. She knows what you are.
I mean, I hope she fucking knows what I am.
Yeah. Well, we gotta talk about that, but we'll talk next game, because probably as all this is happening, another person walks in to the. Where are we? I forgot where we're at. The deck. I knew that. I knew that. The deck, but not the stern, and not the bow. Fuck me. All right.
God.
I'm out of here. Goodbye.
I gotta go to work in a little bit.